but we are overdue on our Week 5 game balls, so we wanted to go ahead and do that first. Do I have? I don't have that thing up there. I'll put it up right now. Alex, who is your first Week 5 game ball?
I'm going to go with a guy we spent a lot of time on Tuesday talking about, Jalen Milroe. Biggest game of the year, probably going to be the biggest game of the year. And he showed out 27 to 33, 374 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and another 16 carries for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns he was responsible for, and that's 491 total yards.
Yeah.
The dude was phenomenal against a great Georgia defense. He did whatever he wanted to. So he's got to get the game ball.
Oh, absolutely. And did it in the clutch. Obviously at the first half, but that second half in the clutch. And look, it took everything not to take that extra jab and say, my game ball is Ryan Williams. And just go all Bama on this. But no, I didn't do that. Got to shout out a team that I've been watching this year, and you and I have talked about it. Kansas State, ladies and gentlemen, just got the win over Oklahoma State. That quarterback, Avery Johnson, 19 of 31, 259 yards and 3 TDs, and then 5 carries, 60 yards, and 2 more touchdowns. When he gets going, that offense gets going. Him and DJ Giddens, and I think Giddens had over 160 yards himself. When that offense gets going, his speed, the running game, I mean, it could really be elite out there. If they're hitting on all cylinders, Kansas State is proven to be a team that you don't want to play, especially not over there at Kansas State. So, shout out to those guys, man, and hopefully continued success. Who is your second game ball?
I also wanted to do the Ryan Williams to do the connection there, but we finally had somebody worthy of a game ball, so I went the homer route. Khalil Mullings, 24 carries, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, almost 5 yards a carry.
Nice
on over 20 carries. Very good game, phenomenal performance, and it wasn't like the other weeks where it was like one long run and then a couple like 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then like 50.
Yeah.
The longest run he had was 27. So that was just methodically moving the ball down the field, beating up Minnesota's defense, and just imposing the will. So for that physical old style football, Khalil Mullings got my game ball.
Oh, I love that. And I know I shared something the other day about the top 10 Vegas odds, and Mullins was in that list.
Yep.
Okay.
He's slowly climbing his way up there. For the last few weeks, Donovan Edwards has still been higher than Khalil Mullings. So
Look, and every time I turn on NCAA 25 and I look at Edwards, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Yeah. I need more.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Ohio State game for him to put up another like $175 or something, and that's like the only good game he has all year. But who knows?
hey, like the Connor Stallions documentary showed me, as long as you win that game, all the rest is nothing. It's all for naught.
Yeah, you could be 1-11 if that's your one. You're fine.
Get the win, right?
Successful season.
My last one. I would love to go Homer, but we lost, so I'm not going there. But you know what? I got to go to another tradition. USC quarterbacks. Obviously, we saw Caleb Williams, number 1 in the draft. There's a long list. Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer, all these guys down the list that did good. Even not Sexy Rexy. Sanchez. Mark Sanchez,
yeah.
I don't know if I'll say great on that, but I'll say, they loved him out there.
I mean, he was really good in college.
Yeah, and then the pros, butt fumble. But the guy I got to show love to, Double M, Miller Moss. We saw him come in finally at the end of last year in the bowl game and ball out, and he has been putting up numbers, 30 of 45, over 300 yards and 2 TDs, and then got another touchdown on the ground. In a game that Wisconsin actually jumped up at one point, 14-7, and you had to see if Miller could, take these guys and come back, and they were able to get that done. And I don't even think it was close towards the end. Love this. I love that we have a quarterback now getting the attention at USC. Obviously, we've heard all the Caleb Williams stuff and everything like that, but I don't even really put Caleb Williams in that USC quarterback path because he transferred in following his coach. You know what I mean? Yeah. Miller Moss is a guy that sat on the bench, knew he was going to have to take a couple years before he got in. He's now in, and just like we talked about the bowl game, made the best of his opportunity then, and he's continuing to do it now in the Big Ten, and I love that.
Yeah, whenever I think of Miller Moss, I always think of that. I go back to that bowl game. Yeah. And throws that long touchdown, and you hear the guy on the hot mic as he's running down the sideline like, "Oh, we a team now." I was just like, "Oh, these guys love Miller Moss." It's that guy that, like you said, he's been there. Yeah, he's worked with these guys for years now, and as a guy on the team, you love to see that guy finally get his shot, and he's balling out with it.
Oh yeah,
like he's played so well this year. Keeping USC in that playoff hunt, and I think they'd be in the discussion if it wasn't a 12-team playoff. Mm-hmm. Like I think USC is that good this year. His ability to not have to do the superhero play every play, that helps the guys around you. So the confidence these guys have in Miller Moss, the confidence he has in himself, and the way he's been playing, absolutely.
And I'm here for it. I am here for it. So shout out to Miller Moss and all of the guys that we picked for our Week 5 game ball. Let us know who you have for your Week 5 game balls and get ready for next week when we bring those game balls out.